I'm John Wortman. I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to make myself a snack. These cheese sticks look amazing. Anyway, as you can probably tell, I'm doing my project on conventional ovens. So let me tell you more about ovens as I step out onto my deck. Be back in a minute. Ah, ovens. Everybody uses them and everybody finds them helpful in their day-to-day life. Today, I will explain the history of conventional ovens throughout the years, physical attributes of ovens, signified meaning of ovens, and the impact of ovens on the environment and how the materials were made. First, I will explain the history of ovens. Many say ancient civilizations, such as the ancient Egyptians, Romans, Jews, and most likely many more, all cooked their food such as bread, cakes, sweet desserts, pastries, and meat with some early version of a brick or stone oven. Now in colonial America, they used beehive-shaped ovens in which they burned a certain amount of wood to get ash, then they stuck their hands in to test. After that, they either opened the door to let it cool down to the right temperature or added more wood to heat it up some more to get it to the right temperature. Then, in 1795, there was an invention by Count Rumford. It was exceptionally popular. His design had only one fire source. The temperature could be regulated, though. It could hold many pots and heat up the room, but it was extremely big. Thus, many towns had a big central building that had these ovens, and people had to pay a little fee to cook their foods well. In 1834, a gas oven by Zacchaeus Windsor was invented. They became a big hit because it was easier to regulate and it required way less upkeep than the usual coal or wood ovens. Now that is a brief history of conventional ovens. But before we move on, here are some fun facts about conventional ovens. Fun fact number 1. Did you know that the average household uses an oven three times per week? That's crazy. Fun fact number 2. Did you know that 90% of people in America have ovens? That's more than the percentage of people that have pets. About 66 to 71% of households in America have one or more pets. That's crazy. I cannot believe more people have ovens than they do have pets. Moving on, let's talk about some physical attributes of conventional ovens. Ovens have metal rods for handles, a clear heat-proof part in the middle which is used as a window to see the food, metal or other material prods for turning up temperature and time, and a metal rod inside to heat up the oven. Now, conventional ovens are used to cook and bake many foods at high temperatures. Now let's talk about the signified meaning of conventional ovens. Advanced features in modern ovens, such as self-cleaning and heating, can tell that we are a society built around having stuff done for us. Also, there are some social expectations of a meal cooked at home, which a lot of home-cooked meals require or are beneficial by having ovens. Sleek, modern ovens can signify wealth and prosperity in people. Let's also talk about how conventional ovens impact power relationships. People with ovens generally still go to takeout regularly, showing that getting takeout is based on a lack of time and not related to not knowing how to make an oven-cooked meal. Also, people with ovens have a much higher ability to cook different foods, and their foods are generally better than people without ovens. Last but not least, let's discuss the impact of conventional ovens on the environment, as well as the materials that make ovens come from. Iron ore and metallurgical coke, not the soft drink, as well as limestone, are combined in blast furnaces to produce molten iron, which then is refined into steel in a basic oxygen furnace or an electric furnace. Both now go in ingot molds or contiguous casting to slabs, billets, and blooms. That is how steel is made. Then the steel is made into an oven. Some environmental impacts of ovens are that many ovens produce greenhouse gases, such as methane and carbon dioxide, which is very bad for the environment. There are two main types of conventional ovens, gas and electric. Gas ovens are much worse for the environment, which electric ovens have way higher efficiency and less emissions. That is my presentation on conventional ovens. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, there's my food. I guess my snack is ready. I gotta go, but thanks for listening.